Hey everyone, this video is going to be pretty different from my usual content. My last couple of uploads have been me exploring some kind of unusual place, I guess you could say. There were a couple of videos of cemeteries, and I did also go to a state park in Illinois, and I filmed that as well. So it's going to be a lot of outdoors stuff, but also just random finds in small towns and stuff, because I find that stuff interesting. But today, I am headed to Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I live quite far away from there. I live in Illinois, so this is going to be about a 9.5 hour drive today. And I did plan to break up the return trip into two separate drives that are going to be about 4.5 hours each. So today is really going to be all about just trying to get over there and check into the hotel. I've never been to this part of the United States, really. Okay, that's a lie. I've actually been to Tennessee one time. I forgot. My mom actually used to live there. So I visited her once. But I think that's the only time I've been to the Kentucky, Tennessee area. I got really into roller coasters last year, so I'm mostly going just to ride all the roller coasters, but I know the atmosphere of the park is really great too, so I'm so excited to see what it's going to be like. And I've been putting a lot of research into the rides and everything to see, how intense they are, who's the manufacturer, all that stuff. I wouldn't really call myself a coaster enthusiast by any means. There's still some stuff out there that I'm too scared to ride. I will try to ride everything in this park. I don't think there's too much there that's going to be too intense for me. If anything, they have quite a few rides that I think cater more to families, so I will ride all of those, and I think I'll probably get on all the thrill rides as well. Last year I went to Kings Island in Ohio. I went to Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. And I also went to Holiday World in Indiana. So this is another one that's been on my bucket list. It's going to be kind of weird doing it by myself, because all those other parks that I went to last year, I had friends with me. So, that kind of helps you work up the courage to ride more stuff, I think. This year it's going to be only me. It's been raining the whole way. And from what I understand, it might be raining in Dollywood when I get there. So that's kind of a bummer, but I'm not too worried about it, because they usually only close rides if there's lightning nearby. So if it's not like thunderstorms or anything and there's no lightning, everything should still be open. And even if it does rain a little bit, I do have a poncho and an umbrella with me, and it might actually help the crowds. So not too worried about that. I'm going to do 2 days of the park. Today's Wednesday, so Thursday and Friday in the park. Alright, so I made it to the hotel in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and tomorrow around 8 in the morning, I think I'm going to get up and have some breakfast and try to get to the park before open time. They open at 10, so I think I'm gonna get there at like 9:15. I don't really expect it to be crowded. You know, like I said, the forecast looks awful, so maybe that'll help kill the crowd. But I also don't want it to be raining so much that it ruins it for me too. We'll just have to see what happens when we get there. All right, I'm up. I had breakfast. I feel super tired, but I am so excited to go to Dollywood. All right, I'm in line for parking. I have the gold pass, so it should be free. And it's already kind of popping a little bit. It's not crazy busy, but I'm glad that I got here about an hour early because I know some of the family rides in the back of the park get pretty long lines throughout the day, so I'm gonna try and hit those first when the park opens. And yeah, I'll see you then. Okay, so I went backwards through the park, through Timber Canyon, and I'm trying to find Fire Chaser Express. I'm gonna hop on that first. So that was actually really fun for a family coaster. At the beginning it launched, and then at the very end it also launched, but backwards. So that was pretty unexpected. So now I'm gonna head to one of the newest sections. I think it's actually the newest, called Wildwood Grove. And it's geared more towards kids, but they do have a really good family coaster called Big Bear Mountain, so I'm gonna ride that next. So this is it right here. Apparently has a really long layout, or a long ride time. Yeah, wow, the theming here is beautiful. It's been a lot of water features throughout the park, which I really like. Kind of relaxes me. I don't know, this park has some thrill rides, but I feel really just calm and collected walking throughout here. Look at this. Here we go. That ride was really fun. Exceeded my expectations. They put me in the very back row. Yeah, I was just honestly blown away by how intense and fun that was. So now I'm gonna pop over here and do Thunderhead, which is a wooden roller coaster. And I've heard nothing but good things about it, so. Okay, here we go.
The Thunderhead takes you on a
Wow, that ride was incredible. There goes. Not really much else to add. It was just absolutely amazing. First drop was great. Kind of reminded me of Mystic Timbers at Kings Island. So now I'm gonna head back to the front of the park and grab something to eat and just take a quick break, and then I'm gonna hop on Lightning Rod, which many people say is the most intense ride in this park, but I think for me it won't be. I'm expecting rides like Tennessee Tornado to be more intense because I'm not used to upside down stuff. So we'll see how that goes. is just so beautiful here. That's Lightning Rod, which I'll be getting on pretty soon. This is the restaurant that I am going to be eating at. I looked it up beforehand. Looks like it's going to be a lot of southern stuff, which I am from Texas, so I should really enjoy this. So I didn't realize that this place is only a buffet. You have to order 4 entrees and 3 sides. Definitely don't want to waste it. I definitely feel kind of stupid. Hey, but at least I get to try a lot. Again, loving the theming here. Okay, time to ride Lightning Rod.
It goes straight down and then it goes down there. Go find it.
So I just got off Lightning Rod, and that was the most intense thing I've ever done. In terms of airtime, I don't think I was in my seat for any of that at all. It's literally just levitating through the entire thing. I've been on the voyage at Holiday World, and I expected it to be less intense than that ride, but it was actually more intense. Just because I thought the length being shorter would change it. But no, that was absolutely phenomenal. This is the grist mill where the cinnamon bread is made. Probably come back by later and get some. It's so beautiful here. So I think I'm going to be riding this next, but I need a little bit to just rest because this is going to be my first looping coaster, or first upside down coaster of the day. So I just rode Tennessee Tornado in the pouring rain. Really awesome ride, but I would not recommend that during the rain because that was seriously painful. Alright, so I went ahead and wrapped up for today because it was raining so much. And I got most of the rides taken care of. Tomorrow, again, it's supposed to rain. So I'll probably try to come early and just get Wild Eagle done since I didn't do that today. And maybe Mystery Mine, I don't know yet. Just knock a few out. So yeah, I think today was a success. So it's Friday morning and I'm here at Dollywood again. Just sitting in the parking lot for a little bit. There's pretty much nobody here today. Very different from yesterday. I'm assuming it's because the weather does look really bad. The catch is, if there's any lightning at all, they will not run the rides. So let's just see what happens. I really don't want to ride anything in the rain again because it hurts so bad doing that on Tennessee Tornado. So I really need to knock out Wild Eagle today, and then I might do Mystery Mine. And there's another Another ride. What am I thinking of? Oh, Dragon Flyer. I might try that out. Well, they suspended the operation of most of the rides, so I'm gonna be waiting a few hours today. I didn't really get much of this on film yesterday, but this area is so beautiful. Professional Porch Sitters Union. Alright, so for right now, I got some cinnamon bread at the grist mill, and I'm sitting in this picnic area. I think it's part of Craftsman's Valley. It's sort of like an area with a lot of shops, and I think there's even a blacksmith, and there's also a glass blowing place. So yeah, a lot of really cool crafty stuff over here. But since it's raining so much, I'm just gonna sit and eat and chill, and hopefully it'll clear up for a few hours and I can get on something today. So I'm actually gonna be rewriting Thunderhead first, if it opens. The rain did die off pretty much completely, so I'm really hoping this opens. And I'll be one of the first ones on, so that'll be nice. So I ended up riding Thunderhead in the rain, even though I said I wouldn't do that today, but it had stopped raining when I got in line, and then it started coming down pretty good when I was on it, but it wasn't as bad as when I rode Tennessee Tornado yesterday. Plus I had sunglasses on, so the water didn't like get in my eyes. Such a cool area right here. Gonna be hopping on this pretty shortly. So again, that was just unbelievably fun. I am shocked that that's a family coaster. There's actually a part where it goes pretty low to the ground where I feel like I'm gonna gray out. So yeah, it's really, really fun. Alright, so I'm gonna hop on Wild Eagle. I'm kind of terrified, to be honest. I know there's kind of a lot of enthusiasts, apparently, who say that that roller coaster isn't really that great compared to other wing coasters in the US, but I really loved that. I thought the setting was incredible. It was surprisingly intense. The only other wing coaster I've been on so far is X-Flight at Six Flags Great America in Illinois. And that one was fun, but this one was definitely better, in my opinion. It had more forces. The setting was so beautiful. And yeah, no, I'm really just blown away. That might be my favorite in the park. I'm honestly not sure at this point because Thunderhead and Lightning Rod were both so great as well. And even the family coasters are spectacular. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hop on Mystery Mine, which hopefully doesn't hurt. Everyone says it's rough, so just hoping for the best here. And I think the wait time will be pretty long too. Unfortunately, I didn't like Mystery Mine at all. The vertical lift hills made all the blood rush to my head, and I don't know if I've ever experienced a near gray out on a lift hill before, but that happened to me on both of them, and the final inversion as well, when it stalled, made all the blood rush to my head in a way that I didn't care for. I just really did not like that ride at all. The rest of it was okay, not as rough as I expected, but I don't know, I probably won't get back on that again. I think at this point I'm gonna get on Dragon Flyer. It's an invert coaster, I think made by Vekoma, I'm not sure. It's geared towards kids, but I'm gonna go ahead and hop on it. Alright, so Dragon Flyer I was actually pretty impressed by. Again, for a family coaster, pulled some nice forces, and I don't know, I had a pretty good time on it. Yeah, out of 9, is it 9? Or is it 8 roller coasters I've ridden? I think I've ridden 8 of them. I'm gonna have to count later. Mystery Mine is the only one I didn't care for. Everything else has been pretty damn good. So Lightning Rod is a literal walk-on right now. I'm so happy, because yesterday I waited over an hour. Alright, so I went ahead and wrapped up my second day. Today was really fantastic, I'm gonna be honest. It did start off with all the rain, and I had a bad feeling about that at first, but I only ended up riding Thunderhead the first time in the rain, and it wasn't even really that severe, you know? Compared to the Tennessee tornado ride I had, it was nothing. Apart from that, it ended up being a little bit sunny throughout the day, which was a really nice surprise. And the wait times on nearly everything I rode today were pretty short. So I just wanted to pop in and say that I did actually do more on the second day that I didn't film. And the reason for that is once I had ridden everything at least once, I didn't feel the need to check in and let everyone know what I was riding. So I just wanted to relax, and plus my phone was about to die. For the course of the 2 days, I ended up riding Lightning Rod twice, I rode Thunderhead 3 times, I rode Big Bear Mountain 3 times, I rode Mystery Mine once, Dragon Flyer once, Wild Eagle once, Tennessee Tornado once, and Fire Chaser Express twice. Yeah, so I actually got to re-ride a lot of stuff. I wish I had ridden Tennessee Tornado and Wild Eagle both one more time each, but I was so tired by the end of it that I couldn't. I'm just gonna take a chill day, and then I'll be on my way back starting tomorrow. So I think this was a success. This park was seriously spectacular. I can't believe I was able to have that much fun just by myself. And one of the things I found interesting too about being by myself is on a lot of rides I got paired with somebody else who was a solo rider and kind of got to get to know some people. I think riding a thrill ride is sort of like I wouldn't call it a bonding experience necessarily unless you're with your friend, but it's definitely an icebreaker, and it was really fun doing that. And there were even a few times where I was in line and, you know, would strike up a conversation with people for a while. So it was just a more social experience than I expected, and really fun. And yeah, I mean, like I've said a million times, the theming was unbelievable. Everything just looked so beautiful. The rides were top tier. Yeah, I really had a great time.